Just got my honesty box finished, just right here in front of the farm. That's normally where we do our turkeys, and we do some sheep. We rotate upgrade our sheep there as well. And this is our honesty box, very simple. It's got our sign, that's the road there, so you can see it on both sides. And inside, we've got our eggs. We've got a little cash box with a slot where people can put their money in. Sorry about the light, guys. We've got it totally insulated all the way around so the eggs are safe. And I normally leave my eggs in trays like this, leave some empty 6-packs so people can fill them out of. And job's good. I got a lock in here, so I can lock it at night and open it up in the morning. So everything's safe. Happy days. So our prevailing wind's coming from the southwest, which basically blows straight in, so I just put some supports on, keep it steady. I have it concreted in there, so that'll keep it all nice, and put a little pass so people don't get any mud when they're walking up to get their eggs. It'll be really handy for all the locals who are passing. My other box was up at the farm gate, and it was actually down the ground, so it was quite inconvenient for any elderly customers. So this is nice and handy. It's adjusted waist height, so you don't have to stoop over or anything. Jobs are good. What'd you get? He caught herself. A new wheelbarrow.
Wheelbarrow.
How many litres is it?
It's a baby.
It looks pretty good.
Enough not to hurt my back.
I've just finished another consultation, and it really excites me. It's particularly this time of year when you get to talk to people about their plans and how they can implement them to start up their own farms, and I love offering that service. So if you've got a farm, and particularly if you're here in Ireland and you want to talk to me about how about going about setting it up, or how different enterprises might work for you, then get in touch on our website. We've got a page for all our consultation services, and I really enjoy the time and motion, the financial planning, and also kind of talking to people about how can you marry setting up a farm into your day-to-day life, because that's one of the biggest challenges. So I always enjoy talking to people, and you're constantly learning as well, so I enjoy that aspect of it. So yeah, if you're interested in availing of any of our consultancy services, check out our website. This is the site where I want to put my pond, so I need to do a soil test now. I'm fairly confident the clay here is extremely capable of holding water, and the size of the pond is only really small. If I was building a much bigger pond, like maybe an acre or so, I would definitely send a sample off to a lab to get a check for its water retention ability. But I'm going to do a very simple test here, so I've got to go get a sample of clay from where I'm going to use to build my dam, and I'll show you that test. So I'm going to just dig out a little sample here now. It's my clay sample gathered. Now we'll go and we'll do the test. For the clay test, we're going to use a very simple method. We just need a 2-litre plastic bottle, and we're going to probably 2/3 and 1/3. We'll need the bottom as a holder like that there. So now we're going to fill this. I'm probably going to fill it maybe halfway up with clay, and then we'll pour water in on the top. You want to compact it in there like it would be in your dam. I'm just going to get a little stick for compacting it. I'm just going to use my stick to compact in the clay. So I've compacted my clay in there as best I can. What I think would be adequate pressure is from a machine. There is still little pockets in it, so I think that's a good representation of how it would be. Now I've got to pour my water in on top. I've got my water, and I make sure I take the top off now, so because this is the test, we're going to put the water in the top and see can it permeate through the clay. So if there's any water in the bottom in this guy, I'll know that we've got some issues. Now, I'm going to fill it up with water, not all the way, maybe about 3/4, and now I'm going to let that sit for a few days and just observe it. This is our experiment. So we've got our open top bottle here, we've got our clay compacted into here, and then this is water from here down. So if the water can penetrate through the clay and come into the bottom section, then I know my dam is not going to hold my water. I have a problem. If I come back in a few days and there's no water in here, well, I know my clay is good to hold for my job. And like I said, because this is a small pond, and I've been working with this clay for a while now, I'm confident in its ability. But if I was doing a bigger project, I would definitely get some more professional advice and some testing on the clay. So my trees are coming at the end of this week, so I'm just checking that I've got everything I want. And this tree planting process I've learned from Richard Perkins. I've been using it now for a couple of years and it works really well for me. So to start off with, this is volcanic rock dust, and it's basically lava and minerals that came up from deep in the Earth's surface, came up and then set as rock, and they mine it up, so it's full of trace elements, and it's good to give the trees a kick start. And we generally sprinkle that about a 50 centimetre circle around the tree. Then we soak the trees in, this is sugarcane molasses. I believe sugarcane is better than sugar beet if you can use it. So we mix the sugarcane molasses with this, which is kelp or seaweed extract. And we mix these two together and soak the trees for 20 minutes before we plant them, and then we'll pour that over. And the sugarcane gives the bacteria a bit of sugar to get the bacteria colony going. And we also use, this is mycorrhizal fungi, so we dip the roots in this. You mix up a little gel and you suspend the mycorrhizal fungi in it, and you dip the roots in there, and that helps develop a mycorrhizal colony which will live for the life of the tree. They will work in a symbiotic relationship. So these are kind of the amendments we add. So we've got our volcanic rock dust, our sugarcane molasses, our kelp extract, and our mycorrhizal fungi. Then we'll put in a big stake to stake the tree. We'll use good quality ties to tie the tree to the stake. Then we'll put on a tree guard to stop any rabbits or anything like that affecting them. So I'm just checking through my stock here. I have pretty much everything I need. So I'll just wait now for my trees to come, and you'll see us doing the tree planting process then. But I do this work with my fruit trees and my nut trees mainly. For windbreaks and that, I wouldn't take as much care. Fruit trees are expensive. It's typically anywhere between 15 to 25 euros for even a young fruit tree. So I try to give them the best chance I can. And I've had really good success with this method here in Ireland. So I'm going to continue with it. This is the volcanic rock dust we use. You can see it's a lovely purple colour, and it's ground up pretty fine. Then our sugarcane molasses is just a typical molasses, and our mycorrhizal fungi is, I think this stuff is a big benefit. So you can see you get a little pack of gel, when you mix that with water it'll make a gel and it will suspend it, the particles, which is really good. I think there's some other additives in that as well. It's just Root Grow Professional. I find it was I think it was the best one I could find available. And we just use, this is a liquid seaweed extract. It's full of good stuff. Even to smell this, oh, it smells good. I haven't tried drinking it now, but I think it's good. These are spiral tree guards, just simple, just something to help protect the tree for the first few years until it gets established. And then this is I do believe in using a good quality rubber tie. And I've got 60 trees going in, so I've got everything I need here for 60. I'll talk about the amounts I use in that when I do the actual tree planting. There's one other benefit to the winter time, and that is I get a chance to go through my library, and this is a book I'm reading at the minute. It's actually Humane Livestock Handling by Temple Grandin, and it's a really good book. I'm finding it very useful, and I instinctively know how to handle livestock. This book is explaining to me what my instincts are actually doing I built it up over repetition of a long period of time, but this book is breaking it down, and I find it really good for explaining how to design animal handling facilities, what the animals are thinking. Temple Grandin really gets into the head of the animal and sees the world through their eyes. It was actually Thomas Lebrowski of Lebrowski Angus over in Poland that recommended this book to me. I met Thomas on a training I was on, and he's a really cool guy and a really cool farmer. He's got a really good YouTube channel as well. It's in Polish, but you can use subtitles. He's doing some really cool stuff. I'll put a link in the description to that. But yeah, I'm picking up books all the time, but I just don't get a chance to read them. But in the winter time, I get a chance to go through them. That's always fun. That's it for me for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm really looking forward to planting some trees in the next coming week. So have a nice week, guys.